includes both. It includes both open and apart from the above, the labor force participation. According to the rate on workforce participation, is defined as percent of the labor force, 1,000 persons. It represents one and next one is local population ratio, WPR. It is defined as the number of persons employed per 1,000 persons. It's a ratio of workers' population. Proportion of unemployed. It is defined as number of persons unemployed per 1,000 persons. Last one is unemployment rate. This is defined as number of persons unemployed per 1,000 persons in the labor force. That is employed unemployment in Telangana. State agricultural sector provides moderate portion of population in the state is livelihood and activities such as livestock and fishing. For the presence of industries in the state, large amount of located in and around Hyderabad and districts. In the districts, no or little industrial persons, therefore a limited qualified, skilled and semi-skilled workforce are absorbed by industry. Rest of the labor force, including semi-skilled workers, rely on primary sector income generation. The urbanization opened up the doors of opportunities for just for all workforce. Have reorganization. Participation rate in Telangana. So in the year 2004-5, there was an increase in the work participation, but in 2011-12, work participation rates have come down to over 44%. However, male work participation in employment is greater than the female work participation. Overall, women work participation is much for the last 2013 to 40. 60% working age population is over 11 based on 74.5% rural, 4% in urban area. Persons, the FPI investment rate of Okay, let's look into the work participation across districts of Telangana. District-wise work participation rates in Telangana stay. So from 2001 to 11, the work participation rates across districts of Telangana. First one is Adilabad. It was 34.8% in 2001, 45.1% in overall Telangana, 36% in 2001 and 45.6% in 2000. Let's look into the unemployment rates in Telangana. The rate of unemployment or ratio of unemployment persons in Telangana in rural areas between 2004 to 5, 11% in Telangana. Between 2011 to 12, it was 4%. All over India, if I compare, the same was 8.2% in 2004 to 5, and 5.7, 7.2% in 4 between 4 to 5 Telangana. Same as 8.3 overall in India. The total rate of unemployment in Telangana between it was 8.2% in between 2000 to 5 and 5.6%. According to these reports on the estimates for the state of Telangana, employment rate is increasing as the education level rises. So, according to these reports on district level estimates for the state of Telangana, the educated unemployment rate is increasing as the education level rises. In case of post graduation and above level, the unemployment rate is significantly high, 13.4%. Persons who are with the graduation level, the unemployment rate is found to be 1.3%. General first is several factors. And therefore, they should, and it is needed to be identified in order to be addressed properly. First one is overpopulation. Now, these are the causes of poverty. The first one is overpopulation. The main factor that contributes to poverty-ridden state of the country is the problem of overpopulation. The growth of population exceeds the growth in the economy. It results in poverty in the economy, as we all know. In rural areas, the size of families is bigger. That translates into the lowering the per capita, lowering of population growth spurt also leads to general unemployment. Just poor agricultural infrastructure. Crop handlings affect productivity. The consequence, agricultural laborers receive low wages, which the insufficient for meeting needs on poverty. So, qualities. In a growing economy, economic structure of ways, particularly in respect of top 5% and 5%. Unemployment is the major economic factor that is causative of poverty. With high unemployment rates, majority of the families may not get regular source of income. That will lead to poverty. Next one is inflation. As a consequence of inflation, the effective price of food, clothing items, as well as Salaries and wages do not rise as much because of commodities, of per capita. One is indigenous. The other one is outdated social customs. So they are basically eight causes of poverty. Repeat side headings of all these things. First one is overpopulation. Next one is poor agricultural infrastructure. Third one is fourth one is unemployment. Fifth one is let's see problems on the social, economic, and political life of a country. The adverse effects of poverty might include malnutrition, unrest, and homeless. That is, poverty can lead to social unrest, homeless, and unemployment, which results to the poor resorts to criminal activities to earn money, coupled with lack of education and properly formed moral conscience. A poverty-ridden society is more susceptible to violence by its women's safety. The next one, good. The child labor, poverty-ridden families fail to meet the monetary needs of the members and children as young as 5 years are being to start in order to contribute to the family. Whether the economy is perfect to generate providing subsidies for the poor of next, let's look into what are the causes of the unemployment. Unemployment. Causes and effects of poverty and unemployment are interlinked. The causes and effects of poverty explained uh, also lead to the emergence of population growth rate, education system, and health system. Along with the causes of poverty, these are also the causes of unemployment. The next one are consequences of unemployment. Low standard of living, political instability. So when unemployment results in losing their source of income. Source of income? Unemployment causes when majority of people are unemployed, life becomes hard and they can easily be enticed by antisocial habits. This one is poverty, as unemployment deprives a man of all sources of income. Unemployed individuals because unemployment generates poverty. Of resources. The next one is the poverty, animation, and employment. Several employment generation and employment successfully in urban areas. Now there are 11 such programs we have. First one is Society for Elimination of Rural Poverty, which is SERP in short. Society for Elimination of Rural Poverty. This is assisted by the World Bank, has mobilized women in rural areas for self-help in the early 2000s. So this network of community-based organizations helped to promote financial inclusion. 90% of the poor households in the state are members of these communities. Currently, there are 47 lakhs elimination of poverty in municipal areas. Now, MEME, Mission for Elimination of Poverty in Municipal Areas, is a nodal agency for implementation of poverty alleviation programs in urban areas under various states and central government schemes. The main objective of this scheme is to organize poor women to SHG, self-help groups, by covering all families living in slums and enable them to become self-reliant. Around 12.66 lakh effect impact of next one is the Srinidhi. Srinidhi Credit Cooperative Finance is promoted by the government and Mandal Sankhya's to supplement credit flow from banking sector. It is a flagship program of the government. So Srinidhi provides timely and affordable credit to poor SHG members as a part of the overall strategy of SERP for poverty alleviation. Srinidhi has earned a unique place in delivering of credit to poor by providing timely and appropriate credit. There are 436 Mandal Mahila Sankhya's of SHGs in association with the government of Telangana. They have promoted Srinidhi Credit Cooperative Federation to address the issues of inadequate finances and to ensure timely availability of credit, preferably within 48 hours, for meeting emergency and other needs of poorest of the poor. Under this, during 2017 to 18, an amount of 960.0 was disbursed to 1,07,042 SHG groups in 30 districts. The next one is Telangana Palle Pragati Project. Telangana Palle Pragati Project uh, this focuses on enabling the institutional platforms of poor to achieve inclusive growth by expanding and diversifying livelihood opportunities and quality of life through human initiatives, particularly for the poorest of poor to rural households. Total cost of proposed project has been estimated at 640 million share of 450 crores was funded by World Bank. First question are found eligible for full security cards. Six eligible for anti-A cards. Live at the 0.40 lakhs. The next Telangana. And security for all the meant sections of the society. Inform people with HIV, those incapacitated people, their means of livelihood, going their data hence the monthly Asara pension from this persons, widows, weavers, patients, and 500 for disability. Government has also extended financial assistance 1,000 per month to poor BD workers, single women, some pensions. The above schemes apart, Government of Telangana also implemented Arogya Lakshmi scheme. This scheme with an aim to levels of nutrition in pregnant women by providing nutritious meals every day. Mission Bhagirath with an objective of supplying clean drinking water to the people of the state and 2 BHK housing for poor. Next is
Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee. MGNREGA, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment. Under this scheme, so this scheme is one of the biggest poverty eradication efforts.
This scheme guarantees 100 days of unskilled wage employment to households and families. Also for innovation, 51.11 lakh soil and moisturizer. Farm is income. 6
Internal fish ponds, bundles, Anganwadi centers, farm has been established as a non-profit organization to enhance the synergy between government, the academia, and industry with an objective to enhance the employability quotient of the youth, choose multiple avenues as they graduate and to provide quality human resources and services to the industry. As of the date, about 61,769 students have been trained through task, and of whom 3,200 students were in employment. Now, the ninth one is self-employment and training institutes, RSETIs. Rural self-employment and training institutes. Rural self-employment and training institutes. They have been established by lead banks in respective districts. There are 10 RSETIs at present in Telangana. The basic objective of this is to provide short-term residential training in multifarious peers in 41 different courses, giving the view of local demand. The main focus will be tracking for 3 years of youth who are trained and facilitate them to set up enterprises by giving necessary support. The 10th one includes the employability, skill development, and training centers. The department has this department has 10 training centers known as Telangana State Backward Class Employability, Skill Development, and Training Centers. SBC, SDTS, Telangana State Backward Classes Employability, Skill Development, and Training Centers in the state. Now, this is to train who are aspiring for formal employment. It offers coaching for various competitive examinations like civil services, Group 1, Group 2, Staff Selection Commission, railways, etc. In addition to this, it also organizes special programs in soft skills and personality development for final year students and employment and unemployed youth. Apart from free coaching, the trainees are also provided with stipends and grants for study and materials and books. The last one is training
for tribal youth. The minority are the government has enacted poverty concept of poverty and employment. We also looked at the measure measures of poverty and unemployment. Poverty and unemployment situation. Measures initiated. The next one is now let's look into agriculture and through this chapter, we're examining and agricultural credit. Again, I'll repeat this is agricultural credit and examine structure in the chapter is the institutional discusses about credit disbursement agency. Those examine fixed income based on things. It analyzes the framework of the focus on food security. Before that, let's look at
Funding for agricultural projects.
next, maybe in the form of crop loan given by the state government, non-banking financial companies, NBFCs, and personal credit is very good for agricultural. Because most of the farm households, small and marginal households, struggles to meet both consumption and investment. Obviously, the capacity of farmers to save and invest is very agricultural productivity is low. Reasons farmers therefore productivity and efficiency in the state is increasing prices. Thus, raising the investment and consumption their capacity and the situation is failure. Farming is
So this is all about agriculture. So, types of the farmers in the state as well as in the country require credit. Starts purchasing seeds, fertilizers, paying wages to hired workers. Such loans are generally paid. Other institutes, full and no institute licenses. Next one is this type of credit farmers for months, 5 years. The medium term credit, short term credit. The last one is for a period more than 5 years, just for the purpose of buying additional land or for making any permanent improvement on land, like sinking of wells, reclamation of land, horticulture, etc. Thus, the long term credit requires sufficient time for the repayment of such loan. So, for such credit, the farmers cultivators have to use person with surety, mobile assets as capital or long term credit. Uh, these are the types of sources of broadly non-institutional agencies. Among institutional agencies, we can see the cooperative credit societies, commercial banks, SSG banks, uh, SHG, self-help agencies, and governments, and directly governments. Right? Uh, these are the important categories or banks that provide institutional agencies. Next one is non-institutional agencies. Suppliers, non-institutional. Now, these are the sources. National banks, NABARD has been for long-term, short-term credit for institutional agencies. NBFCs also provide agricultural credit to farmers. Now, next, let's look into the structure and disbursement of agricultural credit. As the all India level, in Telangana, also a multi-agency approach comprising corporate, scheduled regional rural banks, expansion NBFCs, we can trace out the history of cooperative movement even before 1914 during the Nizam rule in Telangana. The Cooperative Act number 2 of 1323 Falsi was brought into the force in 1914. From 1915, a systematic effort was made to organize cooperative credit societies. The first district central bank was registered in 1917. Domain Bank was the apex bank for the domains in Telangana state, including in Hyderabad state, including Telangana at that time. Now, there were 2,435 agricultural cooperative societies during that period. Telangana State Cooperative Apex Bank Limited and the Apex Bank of Cooperative Credit Structure. Now it has 42 branches in twin cities of Hyderabad and Secunderabad. At present, there are 9 district central cooperative banks and with 269 branches in 31 districts of Telangana with a share capital of 47,879.49 lakhs. They have 3,08,134.20 lakh worth of deposits. Cooperative credit societies also have uh, 2007, March 31st, there were banks in the state with 2,96,060 credit disbursements. Now, in spite of such a growth, marginal farmers in particular, depending on money lenders and other non-institutional agencies. Among the non-institutional agencies, money lenders are extending more than 75% of credit to the farming community. This is the root cause of indebtedness among the rural households and that to the cultivators. Look into the extent, causes, and forms. States with a high incidence of 1% of agriculture. Half of the report states that the average asset value of cultivators at
India level, it is at 7 lakhs.
The low level of average asset values in foreign rural households, and particularly small and marginal farm households, opt non-institutional agencies for credit for various reasons. The survey also points out that the incidence of indebtedness among the rural households in Telangana is twice of rural all India. Around 59% of rural households are indebted in Telangana state as against 31% at all India. Moreover, indebtedness is high among the cultivators as compared to other occupational categories. About 74% of cultivators in Telangana are indebted, while debt assert ratio among rural and urban areas of Telangana is around 6.1% and 10.3% respectively. In case of India, it is as low as 0.5 and 3.8% respectively. Now, after saying all these things, there is an urgent need to strengthen the institutional credit agencies. The government, commercial banks, and cooperators have to get up further in this direction. From 2014 to 15 onwards, Telangana government has been taking necessary steps to increase capital formulation in agricultural through various supportive schemes such as right to work. Next, let's look at the causes of rural indebtedness. There are eight major causes. First one is low income. The other one is poverty, unproductive and wasteful expenditure. Fourth one is inherited debt. Fifth one is waste of money on the litigations. Sixth one is poor financial. Seventh one is weak. Small. Cannot be capitalized. One particular. So the other important point that we have to here is that indebtedness among rural agricultural households will result in economic, social, and moral consequences that may induce farmers to abruptly end their life forcefully. In order to control indebtedness, farms should take necessary steps to relieve the debt burden, get awareness among farming, minimize the stretching for loans, especially lenders must institutional lending agencies. So, the remedy measures for rural indebtedness. First, to control this, what are the government needs? Because it is quite important.
Corrective measures. Yes, it should exist.
Rest and 2017. It's tried to reduce certain acts environment to protect the farmers from corrosive and inhuman methods of money lenders while collecting the dues. Such acts try to prevent the money lenders from occupying the land, the movable and immovable assets of debted farmers. Cooperative Credit Societies Act of 1904 will pay more access to also enacted since 1930s. State government foreign settlements. These are the government initiatives that to reduce it. The next one is loan day sufferings of
six. So to reason, farmers on a side